Yeah. Okay. There are 15 participants. One is waiting outside, later in. Okay. Now, we had already discussed what is object. Along with that, now what is object according to the computer? Because computer doesn't have that properties and behaviors. It doesn't have feeling. So it do not need your behavior at all, isn't it? So what is the properties and behavior or characteristics and behavior according to computing language? According to computing language, the characteristics refers to the variables, the data types. The variables we declare, those are characteristics. And behaviors, the operation that can be performed on the data types. Maybe repeating again the same thing, boring for you, but that is my duty too. Okay, so everything around us is object. And once we can handle the real life situations, real life objects, we can easily handle the objects in computing. We can easily handle them. And we need, today we are needing computer. We are not, computer is not a fantasy anymore. Previously it was a fantasy. घर पे कंप्यूटर है, हम बहुत रईस है. फैंटेसी था, लग्जरी आइटम था. But now it is not. We need computer to solve all our daily life problems. So if we want to solve our daily life problems, we need to solve it, treat everything as an object. That's why it is important to treat or to assume everything as an object. And that's why we need object-oriented programming. Now the elementary concept of objects and classes. The second part says the elementary concept of objects and classes. Now what is the elementary concept? Means let us understand what is object, what is class and all this. Already I explained what is object. Now what is a class? Class is a collection of similar type of objects. Class is a collection of similar type of objects. Now how we define a class? Already we had seen some example while discussing about the methods and the constructors. We had seen some example how we define a class. Now when we define a class, there are two things always included, isn't it? One, that is the characteristics, means the data types we need, and another, the methods, those performs operation in okay. Those performs operation on those data variables. So this way we can define a class. And when we define a class and we create an object of the class, how many objects we can create? All the objects have the same characteristics, means the same data types, as well as they have the same behaviors, meaning the methods. Thus we can say a class is a collection of similar type of objects. We can say. And we have already seen what is a class in real life. Let's take the example of real life. You have seen dogs, various breeds of dogs, various breeds. We say them breeds, isn't it? Labrador, then what is that? You say Spaniels, then Doberman, then German Shepherd. I don't know even a lot about dogs, isn't it? I don't know a lot about dogs, but all of them are dogs. Then there are stray dogs also. They are also dogs, the stray dogs. दिन रात लात मारते रहते हैं, कुत्ता कहीं का भागो. Isn't it? We do that. But वही कुत्ता बढ़िया नस्ल का हो तो गोद में लेकर के बिछावन पे भी सुलाते हैं. The difference is there because they are characteristics. The characteristics are different, but they behave the same. They behave the same. Whenever they see a unknown person entering your compound, they starts barking. Even the Labrador will start barking. Even the stray dog you had kept in your at home, it will also start barking. That is its behavior. Now, every dog has the same behavior, but their characteristics are different. We leave the stray dogs, they will rush somewhere and have a dip in the, what do you say, that drain. They will dip into the drain. But same time, if you leave a well-bred dog, breed of higher bred dogs, they will not go straight to the drains, isn't it? That is their characteristics. So this way, in real life, as we have seen, all the dogs belong to the dog class, but they have different characteristics and have the same behavior. Similarly, when we define variables in a class and we create objects of that class, the variables of every object may have a different value. The variables of every object may have a different value, but the methods their methods, they will not change, isn't it? So this way, we can relate the real life objects with the objects of Java programs. Next, let us move on to values and data types. As I'm going on discussing, you can see I'm highlighting what we had already done. Okay, what we have already done, I am highlighting that. Okay, now values and data types. Now, what is the values and data types? Values. Now, when we try to solve any problem in a computer system, when we solve computer problems, we need to accept a number of things from the user, to perform our task. Those we say values. Okay. Now, when we talk about values can be categorized. The values can be categorized in certain categories. What are those categories we can make is the data type. Clear? The values that we accept from the user, and depending upon the categories of the values, we had created data types. Now, how many data types are there? Java supports 2. Basically, there are 2. I think in class 9, I had drawn the table on board. Most of you had copied that for your reference, and that was very simple to understand too. I'm not going to repeat the same thing again. I'll be just discussing in words. Now, Java supports 2 categories of data types. Number 1 is primitive, and number 2 is non-primitive. Now, what is a primitive data type? The primitive data type is the data type those do not depend on other data types. Primitive data types are the data types those do not depend on other data types. Whereas non-primitive data types, they are dependent on primitive data types. Whether in most of the book, it says that in most of the books, or most even me had said sometime, that the predefined or Java defined data types are called primitive data types, and the user defined data types are termed as non-primitive data types. But at the same time, there is a problem. There is a conflict between, and the conflict is the string, the array. String is defined by Java, but it is non-primitive. Array is defined by Java, but it is non-primitive. So we just cannot say that the data types, those are defined by Java itself, is primitive, and those are defined by user are non-primitive. अब इस बारे में मेरे को थोड़ा डाउट है, because I feel there is conflict between the statement. Okay, so instead of that, we can simply say the data types, those are independent of other data types, are primitives, and those are dependent on primitive data types, they are non-primitive. Now, when we talk about the primitive data types, the primitive data types can be categorized into three. Primitive data types can be categorized into three. What are those? The numerical, alphanumerical, and Boolean. यही तीन हो सकता है, इससे ज्यादा चौथा कोई नहीं है. न्यूमेरिकल होगा, अल्फा न्यूमेरिकल होगा, या Boolean होगा. Now, what is numerical? When we come to talk about the numericals, then we know that there are two types of numerical values. One is of integral type, means the whole numbers, and another is the real type, matlab decimal numbers. So depending upon them, the numerical data types are further subdivided into two. One is integral, another one is real. And when we talk about real integral type, there are four. बुक में दिया हुआ है, तुम लोग को पता है, फिर भी हम पका रहे हैं. काम है मेरा पकाना तुम लोग को, मेरा काम. Now, what are those? They are byte, short, int, long. These are the four integral data types: byte, short, int, and long. Then comes the real data types. There are two real data types. One is float, another one is double. Float and double. Okay. Excuse me. These are the, we talked about the numerical data type. Now let us talk about the alphanumerical data type. Now, what is an alphanumerical data type? Is any value or any character that we can type in through the keyboard. हम लोग कीबोर्ड से जो कुछ भी टाइप कर सकते हैं वो सारे alphanumerical है. Now, when we talk about the numerical alphanumerical values, what type of characters you can type in through the keyboard? You can type in ABCD, 1, 2, 3, 4, XYZ, then the plus sign, the minus sign, the multiplication sign. Isn't it? Now we want to type in Hindi. Okay, fine. You can continue. But before continuing, we have to understand, is Hindi is supported or by default being designed for the computer? No. Later it came into existence. Later, बहुत सालों बाद आया. Why? How many alphabets are there? 26. They are in uppercase and lowercase. हो गया कितना? 52. 52 तो अल्फाबेट्स होते हैं, अपर केस और लोअर केस मिला के. अब उसके बाद बचा है स्लैश, फुल स्टॉप, सेमीकोलन, स्पेस बार, बैक स्पेस, एंटर की, डिलीट की, प्रिंट स्क्रीन, होम, एंड, एरो और टैब, कंट्रोल, ऑल्ट, डिलीट, पता नहीं और कितना कितना की. उसके बाद है फंक्शन कीज, उसके बाद है न्यूमेरिक कीज. सब सारे कीज को एक वैल्यू तो देना पड़ेगा, कोई ना कोई वैल्यू तो देना होगा. तभी तो वो आगे जा करके काम करेगा, और नहीं तो कैसे जानेगा कि हम लोग क्या दबा रहे हैं, है ना? Now we can type in Hindi from the English keyboard itself, isn't it? We don't have a Hindi keyboard separately, even in India. Even in India, we don't have a separate Hindi keyboard. Instead of having the separate Hindi keyboard, we get some stickers, isn't it? We get some stickers. We paste them on the keyboard. हिंदी टाइप करना है, स्टिकर निकालो, कीबोर्ड पे चिपकाओ, बैठ बैठ के. We did it. We used it like that. Now, why that is important? Because of the coding system the computer is designed for. Because of the coding system. Now, for representing the character, there must be a coding system, and to represent the alphabets in English, the digits in English, and this, all the symbols, those you can see on the keyboard, those, the numbering system, or the what do you say, the assigning of the values to that, it depends upon ASCII. ASCII. I think all of you know the full form. American Standard Code for Information Interchange. That's correct. American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Now, that American Standard Code for Information Interchange consists of 7 bits. Every character is represented by 7 bits. Now, when we talk about 7 bits, how many characters can be formed by 7 bits? How many digits are there? How many digits are there? 2. And we have 7 different combinations of the digits. Means 2 to the power of 7. That becomes 128 characters only. Now, these 128 characters cannot be able to represent all the characters that we uses in Hindi itself. सिर्फ हिंदी में जितना हम लोग कैरेक्टर यूज करते हैं वो सारे को भी नहीं बता सकता है. क्या बात करते हैं सर, बुला गए क्या? नहीं, हम प्रूव कर देंगे. कितने स्वर वर्ण है, कितने व्यंजन वर्ण है, युक्ताक्षर, मात्रा, कर पाएंगे सारे कैरेक्टर्स को रिप्रेजेंट? बहुत मुश्किल. 128 से तो नहीं होने वाला है. सो व्हाट वी नीड ए लार्जर नंबरिंग सिस्टम. थोड़ा ज्यादा बड़ा नंबरिंग सिस्टम चाहिए. इस ज्यादा बड़े नंबरिंग सिस्टम को बोला गया है यूनिकोड. यूनिकोड कैरेक्टर रिप्रेजेंटेशन और कैरेक्टर सेट. यूनिकोड कैरेक्टर सेट का एडवांटेज क्या है? इंस्टेड ऑफ यूजिंग 7 बिट्स, इट यूजेस 16 bit numbering system. Now, what could be the combination of 2 digits and 16 different digits? That becomes 2 to the power of 16. And it is almost 65,536 characters. 65,536 कैरेक्टर रिप्रेजेंट कर सकता है. And that is huge to represent almost all the characters of all modern languages. I'm not talking about all the languages, but almost all modern languages can be, all the alphabets can be represented by these 65, within these 65,536 characters. So Java supports Unicode character set. Instead of supporting the ASCII code character set, it supports Unicode character set. Now you can easily understand what is the need of Unicode character set, so that we can represent or we can use any language in Java. Fine. That was characters. And the last type, that is Boolean. The Boolean data types have only 2 values, true or false. Either it should be true or it should be false. there is no third value. Someone says 1 means true and 0 means false. No. Be very sure. गलत है. Java support नहीं करता है. Check करके देख लो. If you have doubt, you can easily check it. Define a variable boolean x equals to 0. It will not take. It will not accept the value. It will accept false or true. So you can understand there is no option of 0 or 1 and yes or no. ये सब नहीं होता है. होता है सिर्फ true या false. Okay, these are about the primitive data types. Now we come to the non-primitive data types. In non-primitive data type, it is very simple. The data types, those are dependent on other data types or primitive data types. जिसमें से है number 1, the class, number 2, the array, number 3, the interface. 3 काफी है. Oh, main तो भूल ही गए. String. So string, array, class and interface. बस इतना काफी है. इससे ज्यादा की जरूरत नहीं है. So one by one, what is a string? Collection of characters. Collection of characters मतलब सीधे सीधे character पे dependent है. String तो हो गया non primitive. What is array? Collection of similar type of values. It may be string, it may be character, it may be a float, it may be an integer, or it even may be number of booleans, isn't it? So it becomes it is dependent on other primitive or non-primitive data types. That is array. Array can be even defined for objects. Objects का भी array बनाया जा सकता है. Okay. How class is non-primitive? Class को non-primitive क्यों बोलते हैं? या class को user defined data type क्यों बोलते हैं? Because in a class we can define a number of primitive data types. We are running out of time. You can see on the screen. So if we get disconnected, do come back for attendance. Hopefully I'll take the attendance before that. So as I said, the array, they can be dependent on primitive or non-primitive data type. Array को कोई पूछने वाला नहीं, मतलब वो किसी से भेदभाव नहीं रखता है. जो देगा रख लेंगे, जितना देगा रख लेंगे. But you need to define the size. So we will talk about arrays in the second term or later, but not now. Okay, that's all for today. And why as I was saying, why we say class as a non-primitive data type. Class को non-primitive data type क्यों बोलते हैं? क्योंकि we can define a number of primitive data types in a class. Data types का जब हम लोग वेरिएबल डिफाइन करेंगे क्लास में, तो उस क्लास में नंबर ऑफ प्रिमिटिव डेटा टाइप्स डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. And when we create an object of that particular class, all the variable defined in other data types or in data types also gets created. मगर बनाया क्या था? एक ऑब्जेक्ट, और बन गया 5 गो इंटीजर डेटा टाइप, 2 ठो फ्लोट डेटा टाइप, 1 ठो बूलियन डेटा टाइप बन गया. So therefore we can say class is a non-primitive data type or it is a composite data type. Non-primitive data type को 2-3 नाम से और पुकारा जाता है. It is known by 2-3 different names and they are composite data type, complex data type, user defined data type. जो जिस नाम से बुलाता है भाई वो आवाज दे देता है. Okay. Now let me take the attendance and stop the sharing of the screen. So today we have did this much up to data types. I'll be marking this. I cannot save or what. I don't think I cannot save. Anyway, you two, any one of you do mark that we have what we have did today. Okay. By that time, let me take the attendance first. First is Adarsh Kumar. Others is there. Then Achal Raj Tilak is there. Then we have Aditi. Aditi बीमार हो जाती है बीच बीच में लगता है. Then Raradev. Raradev is there. Then we have Akshara Shaha. Then Anjali Kumari. Anjali Kumari. Then Harshraj. Harsh. Mila. Harshraj. Then we have Ishu. This is Namita Priya, sorry, Muskan Singh. Muskan Singh. Muskan नहीं दिख रही है. हाँ दिख गई. Muskan Bhagat is there. Oh, this is Muskan Amna. Yes, I memorized you. Muskan Amna, Muskan Singh. Okay, now another one is Namita Priya. नमिता कहाँ गई? नमिता तुम खो गई है. Yes, Namita Priya मिली. Now Natasha Kumari. Shivam Kumar. SHIVM. Shivam Singh. Shivam Kumar मिला. और उसके बाद है श्रद्धा कुमारी मिल गई. स्नेहा सुमन मिल गई. जायदा अख्तर ये भी मिल गया. अनुराग कुमार राज. ये हाँ मिला. अनुराग कुमार राज. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Exact. So now as we have taken the attendance today, if anybody have any doubt, you can raise your hand regarding anything related to this today's class or others. If you have any doubt, you can raise your hand so that your doubt can be cleared up. Do anybody? No. Yes, issue.
सब मल्टी थ्रेडिंग क्या होता है?
मल्टी थ्रेडिंग क्या होता है? जैसे थोड़ा सा अभी हम फिर से तब शेयरिंग करते हैं, ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं है. दिखाते हैं जरा सा. Where is the option? Share the screen. Share it. Now, just see. If you open Task Manager, अगर Windows 10 में Task Manager खोलते हो, hopefully you can see the screen from here now. Now you can see there is 5 Microsoft object processes. मगर मेरे Microsoft Access में देखो, एज में देखो, सिर्फ एक टैब खुले हैं और कोई नहीं है. You can see from here, I have only one tab open, isn't it? But it is showing 5 processes. Why these 5 processes are needed? ये 5 processes क्यों चाहिए? क्योंकि इसके बैकग्राउंड में कुछ काम इसको करना है. Now see the zoom. You can see there are 2 processes going on, isn't it? One's meeting control, another one is Zoom itself. Now these things are moving simultaneously to manage the program better, and these processes can be termed as threads. एक प्रोग्राम है, प्रोग्राम तो एक ही है ना. Zoom का 2 अलग प्रोग्राम तो है नहीं, 2 अलग सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल नहीं किए थे, मगर ये 2 एक प्रोग्राम को चलाने के लिए बहुत सारे अलग प्रोसेसेस इसके पीछे लगा हुआ है, बहुत सारे इंस्ट्रक्शंस लगा हुआ है. ये सारे इंस्ट्रक्शंस जो साइमल्टेनियसली एग्जीक्यूट करने की जरूरत है, इसको बोलते हैं हम लोग थ्रेड्स. ठीक है. अब Java can be used to develop such kind of program which have multiple threads. That is called multi-threading. Issue समझ में आया होगा? If you have understood, then just show me some indication that you had understood. Raise your hand or send emojis. Yeah, that's better. Issue. Okay, fine. Anyone else? We have just 1 minute left. If you have doubt, you can still ask. स्नेहा बड़ा शांत हो गई है. स्नेहा कुछ पूछती नहीं है आजकल, सब समझ जाती है क्या? I don't think so. Then Anjali today is not asking any doubt. Then I can see few more students like Namita Priya. She also used to ask doubts previously. Zaida Akhtar, अब ये छोटी वाली अदिति, ये भी चुपचाप बैठी हुई है. Okay. Aryan Kumar was there in the class or something. Let me admit him for a few more seconds. So nobody have any doubt. So then closing down. Have a nice day. You don't have any more class. So enjoy the day. Have a nice day. That's all for today.